What's going on, guys? It's Nick. I have a pretty decent mesh order to go out today. Um, Everything's been going pretty good with DMG Mesh so far this month, and sorry I haven't really done any cool videos. I really haven't had anything to show, although I do have a bunch of mesh that goes out pretty much every other day, and instead of just putting in like every piece of mesh that I do, I just don't like to do that. Sometimes I do, sometimes if I have the time. Most of the time I have to just go to the post office, send them, so putting stuff in videos kind of puts the shipping a little bit delayed a couple hours, so I just like to get everything out. So sometimes I like to make a video every now and then if I have something cool to show. And today I do have something decently cool to show, but I'll get into the mesh orders real quick. I got one piece of Jimma 15 black to Carolina fade piece, which looked really cool, with a white and gray string kit for Caleb. Cool kit. Got a burnout piece, 20 mil SS, and a white string kit for him, so he should like that. I got 3 pieces of just regular white, a whole mess load of shooting string, and I'd probably say 10 yards of sidewall for Frank, and yeah, I'm sure he'll like that. Another real cool piece, I'll talk about that in a second, but the black piece is going out to Logan. Excuse me, not Logan. Actually, I forget the customer's name. But I forgot to give him a piece in his big order, and I should know his name off the top of my head. Actually, I'm sorry, Joe. Yeah, Joe P. Sorry about that. I sent 3 different pieces of mesh out. They all went to the wrong address because I screwed something up badly at the post office, and now that I have all that fixed, I have it all on my computer, so it prints everything out, and I get everything just texted to my phone when I need to go to the post office, so it's great. So you're going to get that and whatnot. But yeah, this cool piece right here, I've done a few pieces, custom pieces for Marty in the past, and he got a piece of, I guess, throne mesh from Joe, and after his stringing specifications, stringing specs are a little bit different. He's used to the String King mesh, so with the SS mesh being a lot thinner and a lot lighter, he said he wanted to give this a go because the other stuff, the throne stuff, wasn't doing it for him. So I designed this. It's kind of like a weird piece. I've never really done this before, but let's see if you can see through the sticker. It actually really is neonish. It goes to a neon green headstrong piece. I believe his dad had blood cancer and recently passed. I think that's the case. So he has a headstrong Evo 4 that he put the TOS mesh on that was similar to this, and it looked really good. So this is actually an identical replica, only this is on the SS version, obviously. But what I mean by identical replica is that it actually starts with the 10 diamond rows, goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then that's where that stopped. And then I looked at the piece in a picture, and it actually just only had 2 rows of green, and then it's kind of faded into white, although I used ink, so I just made it straight across instead of a fade. I think it looks better. When you stretch it out, it looks totally clean, totally nice. So with those 2 pieces aside, I'll give that to him tonight when we play lacrosse, and putting that aside. Another thing that was cool, I got contacted by a cool guy named Jim. I'm sorry, Chris. Bad name's Jim from the New England Lacrosse blog. I don't really do a lot of business with people around New England, which I really should because I do live in Boston, and most of the mesh that I send out to people is either in New York, Ohio, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, a lot of Florida, and a lot of Midwest. And I don't do a lot of business in Massachusetts. I don't know why. A lot of kids around here just seem to like hard mesh, so I've tried pitching it to a couple high schools, and some high schools have bought it, and most of the kids just really don't. I'm not going to say they don't care, but I guess it's to each his own. So what he decided to do, he contacted me and said he wanted to do a write-up. So he asked me a little bit about what I do and how I give back to the lacrosse community by giving affordable mesh to people with free string kits and he asked me to give him a few test pieces, so I gave him 2 whites and this really cool piece, which I'm going to be doing for the autumn season, going all the way into winter, which is an orange to volt. I think I've showed you this once or twice, but it really looks cool. The volt really pops, and it kind of reminds me of the whole fall foliage going on right now with the leaves, and it just looks really great, except having the red at the top. I think it just looks great with the orange. It's very neonish orange that fades really nicely into that volt yellow, which is really, really bright, and I think it just looks really nice. So I think he'll be happy with that, and I'm excited to see the column that he writes in the blog. I believe the website is nelax.com or nelax.org, O-R-G. So you'll have to just Google New England Lacrosse Blog. They do a whole bunch of articles about whatever's going on in New England as far as camps, tournaments, and whatnot. So that's cool. And I got gifts to give out to all my customers today. I got a whole bunch of stickers, so I'm going to be throwing them in random orders. Each person's going to get a sticker or two, and everyone's going to get a wristband. I got some cool ones that Jim sent me, so white, green, red, cool one. Yeah. A little yellow one, looks like a little Easter egg with some pink on it, and a black one. And I've tried to, best as I can, to get a hold of the person that won second place in the contest giveaway, and he did not claim this Argyle piece. So what I'm going to do with that is throw that in a random order today. So somebody's going to get a random Argyle piece. Who knows? But yeah, got some cool all this stuff is going out. New York, Connecticut, a lot of Illinois, like I said, Illinois. And I took 2 big orders over the weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, an 8-piece order and a 13-piece order, which was really cool, especially for me since I don't really do I do a good amount of business, but I'm not really the biggest guy. I only have a one-man operation, just me, and that's just it. So if you guys need any lacrosse mesh, let me know, and I'll be gladly to hook you up. Like I said, to all you newbies who are watching this, maybe, any piece of mesh order does come with a free string kit. Usually people charge anywhere between $5 and $7 for that, so you get it for free. So that's something that's cool. And if you guys have any questions regarding prices or whatever, feel free to just go to my website. You can Google it by just hitting in DMG Mesh. And next video, I think I should have up the Clutch 3. I think that's going to be coming in from Warrior. So I'll be doing a full review on that. I'll string it up and make it look cool. So I'm going to take this bad boy to lacrosse tonight again. Last week I took it, and I got a pretty decent-sized gash right there. It's only a vanadium shaft, but waiting for my good shaft to come in. But just Evo 4 with the SK mesh on it, just trying it out, seeing how it works after a few games. It's decently okay, but it gets kind of soft. Whatever. So, but anyways, so that's that, and that's all the netting I have for today. And I got to get to the post office before it closes because it's already 3:45. Alright guys, so I will talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Talk to you guys soon, and have a good day.